Okay, guys, we're back again. Michael, if you'd like to open us up, we're going to talk about the horse nation and the judgment that's coming on the earth and how to help counteract it by surrendering to the Lord. And so, Michael, bring up that scripture.
James 1, 5 through 9.
James 1, 5 through 9.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, not doubting. For if he doubts, he is like a wave driven by the sea, tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways.
Okay, so we're talking about being double-minded, and we talked about just a couple of videos back about the Lord when he went to bed, when he went to sleep after he told them we're going to the other side of the lake, and the disciples they feared the little storm afar off, which caused it to grow and caused it to come near them, because they had lost whatever portion of faith at that time. So without faith, it is impossible to please God. So we're talking about the people being unstable because they have not the true mysteries of revelation. And Michael, if you repeat what ask God, and
Okay.
so the scripture is, which one is James?
It's James 1,
James
5
1,
through 8.
5 through 8.
Right. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God.
Let him ask God. And so we're going to talk about judgment, where we already we'll redo this, where we're talking about the third part of Florida being cut off. Okay, the leg of the horse, to force the horse nation to bow a knee to God. And that really means the people. But we have 50 states, 50 means Jubilee. And we talked about the West Coast and how the demonic, Hollywood and all that, and all the craziness of the principalities have, and the people have agreed with the enemy. But right now we're just going to go back down after reiterating to Texas and Mexico. Oh, Texas, so I told you it's going to be kind of a bloodbath. And the federal government has tried to over-control the U.S. and the states in the U.S. So they need to back off a little bit so the states can defend themselves from the enemies that are coming across the border and infiltrated these areas. Now there's massive drought in these areas, and that's part of the judgment, because the leadership has not taken their authority, and the sheep are just the sheep, the goats are just the goats. But if nobody speaks it, too many people are going to get wiped out. It's like we call cannon fodder, right, Michael?
Right.
So what is cannon fodder?
Well, cannon fodder is the as the cannon shoots the ball, and it goes wherever it goes, and anything that's in its way it destroys. And so the soldiers that were in the front row of the soldiers were the ones that would get knocked over first, and they were called cannon fodder.
Cannon fodder. So you get knocked down, you're in the way. So we got to bring clarity. So okay, this is the udder of the horse nation. We talked about Michigan being the hand of God in the saddle of the horse nation. We talked about the front leg. Now we're going to go back to Texas some more. So now, all these people coming across the border, not only is our government allowing this and telling them stand down and do nothing, which you never do nothing. There's no such thing as doing nothing, And Mexico has a price to pay also, because they're a part of this, and the cartels are running our border towns. So Mexico has a price to pay of judgment. So now, at this time, the judgment is coming, has come already, is drought. Okay, Mexico, Texas, and these areas to the west. And then you've seen the videos on Lake Mead and Lake Powell, where God literally is pulling a stopper out of the lake and causing more of a drought. But God is doing a lot of stuff, and it's only because His children need to be disciplined. His children need to be disciplined. It's not, discipleship. Disciple means disciplined ones. And they think they can do whatever they want, go wherever they want, do whatever they want. They're double-minded in all their ways.
It's interesting that this drought that goes through Mexico and through the western states is literally the migratory pattern of the illegal aliens.